अपनी हदायत ना करूँ मैं से सुने है मैस बट है लैश हूँ मेरा हैस अपनी हदायत ना करूँ मैं से सुने है मैस बड़ा है गैप कल ये हैश हरा है कैश SMS you can imagine कितना है लैक्स कितनी है बैक करे हैं क्या तो पड़े हैं रैप up in the map pick up पापा कॉलिंग हो गई चिट चिपू लौंडे रहे हैं चिपक गई मिनट से पहले निपट आई मीन हाँ सेटअप कमर सीधी करके गेटअप गेम है कातिल प्लेयर है किलर नियम इलर इन फिकर करे माँ बाप जानते नहीं है बेटा किधर जीते जाते जिधर जूते देखे जनता जाती बिगड़ क्लिक लेट और के जब कोई पूछे कहना क्लिक पिकअप दबे ट्रिगर भगे गिरर गने बिगर गने बैग में पहने का घेट और गैट
You are now listening to DL911.
Yeah, please check all that. कभी-कभी आवाज जाती है, but it goes with some lag. So I don't know which one of those.
Now it's in.
I think about 45 people are there. We're good to go.
Yep, should be. We can start.
Okay, guys, welcome to the stream. And this is on interview tips and tricks. And we have not done this sort of session before, but this time, given the context and given the changing nature of things, we've decided to go ahead and give you a sort of training manual for the interview. So I hope that it helps you. And a few things, you can ask your questions either in the recruitment WhatsApp chat, the group that you all are already in, or you can ask it in the comment section of the YouTube live stream, this YouTube live stream, and we'll address them in this meeting itself. With me are Dhruv and Akash, who are the current leads, and Yash, who's set up this whole thing. So let's get started. So first of all, why do we have an interview, and what's the process like? I mean, I'm not going to make any assumptions on what you know about the interview process here. So let me just explain all of it in brief. So the interview is to assess who you are as a person and to also assess your technical knowledge. So the things that the online assessment does not capture is things like, how close you are to a solution, how do you actually think, and other such factors, right? Whether you're a cultural fit for point blank, whether you're okay with the way we work or the timelines that we work at, or how well you in general vibe with our people. So it's a process that's set to find out if you are the kind of person that we are looking for. And keeping that in mind, the reason that we decided to go with a short lead up this time, previously you might have seen that there was quite a large gap between interviews, right? Like the recruitment process used to happen a few weeks before the interviews were scheduled. But this time, you all knew that the recruitment was coming for quite a long time, and you guys have known that the recruitment is happening at least for at least 2 3 months, and you've had enough time to prepare. So we feel that you are ready for this. So what can you expect? So on Friday it'll be first years, and on Saturday there'll be second and third years. You have to arrive dressed in formals, and this is something that we insist. If uh, uh, you are confused about the definition of formals here, it's very simple. It's anything like a shirt and pant with a good choice of shoes, right? Come dressed well. Come dressed like you're dressed for an interview. If you don't have formals, you can borrow them from someone or invest in a pair of formals. You will need it for something or the other eventually, right? So come in formals. You'll be led to a room where you have to sit and wait for your turn. There will be multiple panels. And one thing that I would like to emphasize is your resume and what role it exactly plays, right? So for first years, you might be wondering what is the point of a resume? I haven't yet done anything. So the entire point of the resume is to tell us your story. What have you done, right? If you've done sports, if you've done quizzing, if you've done debating, writing, creative writing, if you've done Olympiads, whatever you've done, you write about it. Make a resume, make a one-page resume, no longer than that. Tell us about yourself, right? Because what you've done in the past will also, to some extent, influence what you do in the future. So that is there. Get your resume, and whatever you have started exploring, if you started exploring web dev and you made some basic projects, write about them. If you started exploring machine learning and you want to try that further, write about it. I want to make this very clear that if you tell us what you specialize in and what your strengths are, we will interview you related to those strengths only. So again, the online aptitude assessment was something that catered to everyone. It had questions from DSA and all such topics, which you might or may not be an expert or have knowledge of those topics. But in this interview, we are giving you a chance to show your expertise. If you are a good developer in only one particular kind of domain, or you have mastered one domain and you are relatively not knowledgeable about the others, you have a chance to tell the interviewer that this is what I want to be interviewed on. Because there are panels, and the panels will have there are different panels, and each of those panels specializes in a different thing. For example, if you say that your interest is in web development, you will be interviewed by a different set of interviewers. If you say you're interested in Android, you'll be interviewed by a different set of people. If you say you're interested in machine learning, you'll be interviewed by a different set of people. If you say systems or security, it'll be a different set of people. We're looking for what you've explored so far. Regardless, there are some commonalities which you can expect in all of the interviews. One will be a focus on problem solving. So if your answer is that I'm just a beginner, I haven't explored anything else, we will test your basics of programming. And even if you are a specialist in something, we will test your basics in programming. So you can actually tell the interviewer that, hi, I am so and so, I'm from here, and this is what I've tried so far. And they will ask you exactly questions related to that. We'll ask you questions related to the projects that you've built. So your resume is really a chance for you to narrow down the scope of the interview to something that you can manage, instead of you having to study every topic under the sun. And if there is something that you do want to practice for the interview, if there's something you do want to practice for the interview, I'd say that practice your data structures and algorithms in any one language of your choice and do it properly. If you don't do that, then there's very little hope for you to pass, right? So that's how the process will be. Each interview will last between 30 to 40 minutes, may go up to an hour, and you will have ample time. If you don't know anything, like if there is a topic or a question where you have no clue how to even begin answering, then you can just say that I don't know, and the interviewer will pick something else to ask you. If you have to make an educated guess, then make an educated guess. That's fine. If you don't know the answer, it's okay to guess, right? And a few things more that I would like to suggest from my end is ask follow-up questions. If the question is not clear to you, like somebody tells you, somebody asks a question that how do I design a scalable backend for say streaming or something. So you are allowed to ask questions like how many users will this service cater to, what is the latency requirement, what is the bandwidth requirement, uh, what kind of like are there any other constraints. So you can ask questions to the interviewer, and in fact this is expected. If you begin engineering solutions without getting to know the constraints, you are not a very good engineer, right? So asking questions is a part of the process. So you are allowed to ask questions. You are expected to ask questions, clarifying questions. If there's some part of the question that you don't understand, please clarify it before beginning to answer. And few more things is be patient, wait for your turn. There are a lot of people that we have called to interview. As you can see, the cutoff is pretty low, and that is something that is in your favor because we've given more people a chance to interview. So we feel that even if you had a bit of a bad day during the online assessment, this interview is a chance to prove yourself. And I'd like to emphasize that now that the online assessment is over, your selection matters only and only on your interview performance. 100% weightage. It's not like we will combine some marks from your online assessment and combine it with your interview performance and your resume score or something like that. It's only based on how well you do in the interview. So forget whatever has happened in the online assessment and focus here. It's solely based on this interview from here. Uh, Based on how you do, we will again discuss among ourselves, prepare a short list, and just so you know, there's no fixed number that we plan to recruit. It depends on each of the recruiters feel and who will be interviewing you. If for first years, you can expect mainly final years to be interviewing you, and maybe a few third years. And for second and third years, all of your main interviewers will be people who have already graduated from the college, uh, as in pass outs. So this is done again. We don't want someone with the same experience level as you to be interviewing you. And all of the people who are from pass outs, they don't know you, they don't care. So it's a very transparent process in that way. And again, you have to it might take a couple of hours for your turn to come. We will try to have enough panels to wrap up the process in 3 to 4 hours every day, but at least assume that you might not reach home before 8:30 and 9 o'clock. And this goes for point blank in general. If you live very far away from the college and you feel like you're in a situation where your parents will not allow you to work late evenings out of the college, at least on a semi-regular basis, a couple of times a week, then that's going to be a blocker for us because we work late from the college very frequently. Uh, if it's something that you think that you need us to help convince your parents about, then after the interview results are declared and you can tell us, we'll talk to your parents about it. But yeah, that's one expectation, that there will be a lot of late nights, late evenings. Online also, we frequently meet at 11:30, and meets go until 2 a.m. in the night. This is because PB is a club that cuts across different departments. We have students from all sorts of, like, at least 15 different departments probably, and all of these students have different timings and schedules. So The only time we can really meet is late in the evening or really late at night. And again, this is something that will take up a large part of your time and free bandwidth. So if you are a member of any other clubs that require a very large time commitment, for example, the motorsports team or Arkis or some other club that requires a lot of your time, then we say that you will have to make a choice between where you want to stay. Of course, you don't have to make these choices immediately. You can wait till the interview is over and see your result, and then figure out. Nobody's asking you to go quit now and then also fail the interview here. That will leave you nowhere. Don't do that. But I'm just making you aware of things that you'll have to decide. And questions that you can expect in the interview format is basically like you will have pen and paper. Uh, uh, there will be pen and paper, and the interviewer will ask you your questions. You can sketch out your approach. You can describe your approach. They might ask you to write pseudo code. They might ask you to write actual code, and you have to write according to that. It is a 100% analog offline process. There is no IDE, there is no nothing digital or online. It is completely offline, and it is completely pen and paper based. And the only thing that you have to rely on, that you can rely on, is your own memory. There are no cheat sheets, no references, no manuals, nothing. You have to just code from memory, however well you can do it. And remember that the interviewer is there to help you. In this case, we all want you to pass. So it's okay to ask for hints. It's okay to ask for suggestions. It's okay to ask for clarifications. The interviewer is not going to be out there trying to play mind games with you. Just be honest about what you know. Try your best. And that's all that I have to add from my side. We'll take questions, and if Dhruv wants to address from his side, then please, Dhruv, go ahead and do that. If there's
Oh,
anything I missed out on.
yeah, you covered most of it, I would say. The only thing I would like to mention is that please be frank in your resume. The panelists will be very experienced people. They will know what you know and what you don't know. Do not mention a skill set just because your father's brother mentioned it to you once or twice. We've had cases of that. So, yeah, just be honest, be straightforward. Do not cook answers out of nowhere. That's basically all. All I would like to say in the interview. We'll take questions now if no one else has to add anything.
One question: is this suit compulsory?
Yes, please dress up in formals. It is an interview. Whenever a company even calls you for an interview, you will be wearing formals. It is a PV tradition to continue this, and we will hope that you come out and that all of you come in formals.
Okay, that's the only question. That's surprising. So, guys, if you have no other questions, we'll wrap up very quickly. Otherwise, if there's any other doubts that you have, now is a very good time to ask them. And that, yes, you want to say anything as a person who attended the interview? Okay, so few questions we are getting now. We are finally getting questions. So one person is asking, is again DSA will be asked. So I think I mentioned this. Yes, you can expect some DSA, because DSA is the only topic that we can ask, especially from first year. If you think about it, everyone has either taken or is going to take the basics in C programming course, which has few basic things like arrays and linked lists and other such stuff, right? So in DSA also, you can tell us what topics you have studied, and we will ask questions related to that. So Yes, DSA will be asked. There will be some DSA, and we're not gonna ask something very crazy unless you claim to have finished the entirety of DSA in one night or something. If you make a claim like that, you will get very hard questions. But if not, then you can like you can expect basic questions based on whatever you are saying. Uh, Will I be interviewed on just JavaScript? If you say that JS is what you know, and if you want to use JS as a programming language, sure, you can write JavaScript. That's not a problem. I don't think so. Although I don't know what an interview on just JavaScript actually means. Is that a thing?
Hopefully not.
One question is I haven't submitted the resume due to being a first year and I have nothing to add, but now told we can add skill sets and interest, but now the deadline is over. Okay, this is a good point. If you haven't submitted a resume online, and anyway, even if you have, please bring a printed copy of your resume, at least a couple of copies, so that you can uh, give it to the interviewer for us to keep. So whatever you submitted online, if you want to update that, feel free to update it. Bring a printed copy of your resume to the interview. Doesn't have to be a color printout or anything, just a basic one page printout. Please get that. If we have basic knowledge of any domain, can that be mentioned in the resume? Yes, but you will have to define what basic knowledge means here. As Dhruv said, if you just heard of it, that's not basic knowledge. As a Java beginner, what should I mostly focus on, including DSA? Uh, Anyone wants to take that question?
I mean, it depends on your year, in my opinion. If you're a first year, then you should have a basic, knowledge about how Java works, how to execute the basic, everything about Java in general. Obviously we won't expect frameworks like Spring Boot out of you, but yeah, you should know what you need to know. That's really the best answer I can give.
Yeah. Are we not allowed to take interview if we wear formal shirt with jeans? So no, I don't think that is considered formal clothing. So no, please buy a pair of pants, or at least I think the college gives a uniform. If you have nothing else, wear that and come. It's a shirt and pant. That's always the choice. Is it possible to change some things on resume? Will it be considered if I bring a physical copy? Yes. Whatever physical copy you bring on the interview date, that's the final version of your resume that we will consider. So please feel free to do that. One very nice question is, will I be roasted if the resume is bad? What do you want to say to this?
I mean, if you were shortlisted to the interview round, your resume probably wasn't that bad. But if it deserves to be roasted, then we will.
I got a resume a couple of years ago which had height, weight, religion, gotra. If you do something like that, yes, you will be roasted. Please don't do that. That's your cue to not do that. So regular late evenings, like what is the approximate time when to when on average? So at least a couple of times a week, you can expect to uh, be in campus up till like 8:30, 9 p.m. probably. Uh, that happens. And mostly, not only that, there are times where we stay overnight, especially during GSOC season and hackathon season. And not just on campus, even off campus, people visit each other often and stay overnight to go and build stuff. These are people that work very hard and they spend a lot of time doing stuff. So in general, if it's okay if you don't attend a couple of those, but if you're never able to make it, it will be very difficult to continue. So yeah, you can expect some late nights up till like 9 p.m. or something. And online, there is no limit. It goes all the way till 2 a.m., 3 a.m. If you're very fond of sleeping, then this is not the place for you. I'm first year, so you got nothing. I got nothing on my resume. It's fine. You do whatever you've done, man. You might have done something in 12 years of schooling, right? Just put that. Just put that. Will we be differentiated based on the knowledge we know? Like if a person knows advanced level stuff in DSA versus a guy who knows basic. I mean, yes, that's the
That is
point,
the point.
right? That's the point. Of course, it will be differentiated. People who know more will have an upper edge. That's the entire point of the process. Uh, that being said, we look for your ability to think. So even if you know the basics, if you know them well, it doesn't matter if somebody claims walking in that they know Kubernetes, but they know only two commands versus some guy who's able to just explain the basics of Linux very well will probably take the Linux guy. So some somebody is asking, hey Dhruv, can you share your interview experience just to know?
I mean, sure, why not? My senior Akash took my interview almost more than a year back. And in all honesty, I was grilled. Right. He asked me actually very basic questions, which I had no idea of. In all honesty, I knew the high level stuff. I knew how things work. I knew how to make things work. He asked me how they actually work inside the shell. So it is your cue to get your basics straight, right? I was asked deep questions on JavaScript, how JavaScript actually executes, for starters. That's really all I remember because I got stuck on that question. But yeah, we will. I will make sure to continue that. We will test your basics. If obviously we can continue this chat on the recruitment group. Let's move on to next questions.
Yeah, so here now we have a couple of very good questions actually. So one question is, what all will we do in the club? So that is a good question because nobody asked that till now. You want to take a shot at that?
I mean, we've been holding out open days, inductions, and all for more than a month, more than 2 months now. So I hope most of you already know. But in case you don't, I will reiterate. Point Blank is a competitions club. In all, to sum it up in a very short manner, we go to competitions and we win them. That's the best answer I can give you. We participate in hackathons, we participate in open source programs, we participate in a lot of different programs like Capture the Flag as a cybersecurity competition. We participate in Kaggle competitions. We crack internships, we crack big companies, and the end goal is to get more money, right? So we crack the best jobs there are in the market.
Yeah. No, that's a good answer. And just to add on to that, it's basically like how you think that you don't know anything now, and we ask you to learn stuff. So that will not change. Even within PB, there's nobody here that is going to sit and teach you how to program. So if that's what you're expecting, you're in for disappointment. What you can get is you can get guided, like you can get focused guidance that you will not get anywhere else. For example, you might have watched videos by some famous YouTubers, right? Like any famous YouTubers that tell you that you should learn XYZ and this is the roadmap that you need to follow. But the thing they can't do is offer you personalized guidance on your situation and based on how you learn and what you can do. So in PB, we have a very strong network of seniors that invest a lot of time and effort into knowing you and figuring out what's the best way for you to learn something. So we have our internal projects, we have our own internal competitions. Like for the people that are cribbing about DSA, for example, when you are a member of PB, you will be giving a DSA contest every week. and indefinitely. If you are here for 3 years, you will be giving a contest every week for 3 years straight. And we track the performance of those competitions. We call it PB hustle. So whatever your weaknesses are, we don't bury them. We bring them out to the front, and you will have to work on those until those you eliminate those weaknesses. And the second question is, how often does PB members get removed for not working or producing results? As in the recruitment, you told that more people are removed from PB than are added. So,
It is true.
yeah. So
I
we
mean,
have a very rigorous screening process. We give you time. See, the baseline is what you come in knowing versus how much you know a few months later. So when you get recruited, if you don't know anything, that is not a problem. But after getting recruited, after 3 months or 6 months, if you still don't know anything, that is a very big problem. So we periodically host resume reviews. We track your performance across CP contests and hackathons and other such things. We check what projects you're building, what things you're a part of. We track your progress. We offer you help. It's not like, if you're struggling, we don't help. We do help. But if even going beyond that, if we see that after 6 months or say about half a year, there's no improvement, then we periodically remove people from the club. Yes, last year we did recruit 27 first years, and there are 10 left now. So yeah, you can get a idea for the magnitude at which it goes on. It's a very fast-paced learning environment, and uh, that's how it goes. And
even
yeah,
putting, even
yeah,
putting, sorry to interrupt. Yeah, even
no,
putting
no, go ahead.
resume reviews aside, if we even notice that you're slacking off or something, or you're not putting as much hard work as you should, we won't really wait till resume review to actually kick you out. So you, your your position in point plans is never really secure. As long as you
Yes,
work hard, as long as you
yeah,
put work into yourself, you should be fine.
yeah. So as Soumya mentioned in the comments, one of our long-term goals is to get a team to qualify to the World Finals of ACM ICPC. This is something that we're trying since the last 7 years, and hopefully we won't be trying for another 7 years. But other than that, let me emphasize that if you take PB's brochure and upload to ChatGPT or Gemini and ask where PB stands, this is one of the best clubs in the entire country based on past performances. So you have a very, very heavy legacy to live up to. You have seniors from 4 or 5 years ago that have won every competition under the sun. In FANG companies, we have people working at Google, Apple, Amazon, Microsoft. Uh, we have people working in startups like Cred, Ola, and every other place you can think of. We have people, 20, 30 people that have done GSOC. We have 9 or 10 SIH winning teams, and hopefully we'll be adding more to that tally this year. We so it's There's a lot that you have to live up to, because it's not a one-time thing. We have to keep that performance going, and we have to keep exploring new avenues as well. So one question is, how will one be judged after getting into PV? So I can tell you the exact way that this works. You join. There's some general orientations and all that take place. There are some competitions and all that we ask you to attend, and you go there. We see what you build weekly. We ask you for your progress. There are internal projects like our website and other internal services that we ask you to build on. There's various projects. There are various seniors that you can work under. uh, and it is general thing that it's not like that one day we call you and tell you that you're kicked out. We tell you that, hey, we see that you're not performing up to par, or do you need any help? Or if we see that you're not responsive, right, that we're asking you like for status update on something and you're not responding, then over a period of time you can expect that that will happen. But don't worry about it. In general, if you are a hardworking person, you will improve, and you will get better. And that's how it's. Everyone in PB starts from zero. Even Akash was a beginner once upon a time. Even Dhruv was a beginner. So yeah.
Why are some people get that after some time? I think we answered that right now,
Yes.
because some people are not performing well, they're not improving as much as they should.
Now
Yeah,
think about
that's
this. If you go to a contest where you have a team of 3 or 4 people, and two of your teammates are absolutely useless, you're not going to win. So the slowest person slows down the entire team. We have to wait for that person to catch up. So that's why we do that. And okay, somebody is asking about what's your take on AI will take over jobs and tech jobs are in danger. I think that it's a danger for people whose jobs were already very replaceable. If uh, if you are the kind of person that is like who thinks that okay, I've used AI to make something, and you think of yourself as a programmer where you think that AI is able to build absolutely everything, then yes, you are in danger. But folks here work regularly on projects where AIs are not only wrong, sometimes they're horribly wrong. So there is a lot of scope for development and engineering where you can use AI to improve your throughput, but there's an increased focus on basics. And what we've seen is the basics are what are going down over time. Through many years, we are struggling to get people that are good at basics. I myself have taken an interview in point blank for over like 45 minutes. That went on was only on binary search, which is something that you're supposed to learn in like the first week of CS or something, right? So people are getting really bad at the basics. So that makes it easier for the people that do know their stuff. So, and what about designers? So designing is a separate vertical, but yeah, designers do have their own set of standards that they have to live up to. They maintain PB's social media presence. They also, and obviously, even our designers are pretty good on their own. Our designer, one of our designers, Shivansh, he recently was in the team that placed second at Hackman. And Vanisha is there. She's also won a couple of hackathons. So when we mean designers, our designers are pretty good. They're pretty good at coding as well, and they're also very good at designing. So not only that, you will get a chance to create designs for some conferences and top tech events and other stuff. There are other metrics, but they're still there. And yeah, you still have to do DSA, even if you're a designer. So we have other metrics, but they're there. Uh, PV goes to regular hackathons all over Bangalore and outside Bangalore. Yes, we go to hackathons and competitions absolutely everywhere. I wouldn't even say Bangalore and outside Bangalore. We've even gone to competitions outside India, and we plan on doing that in the future as well. And second year projects or DSA, the only correct answer is both. And only correct answer that will remain is both. If you're struggling to do two things at a time, then you have much bigger problems. Another thing is wearing a blazer, complete suit is necessary, or wear a formal shirt, tie, pant, belt. Man, I don't know if you went to school anywhere around Bangalore or you're in first year, you should have a blazer. So wear the blazer. It's winter anyway, it's cold. So wear a blazer. Let's see. I think we're mostly done, right?
Yep. I don't
Yeah.
see any more questions.
Yeah. So all the best for your interviews, and interviewers are very excited to meet you. We're also very excited to meet and talk to you guys. And am I coming to the interview? Probably not. I am not in Bangalore right now, but you'll probably be happy that I'm not coming there. If yeah, I think the people that are coming for the interview, they're more than enough. So yeah, I'll step in when I have to.
Mhm.
Hello, so
Well,
we can wrap up.
yep, I can wrap up. I'm mostly done. If anyone has any further queries, even after all this, obviously the recruitment group and community is open for you. Feel free
Yeah.
to reach out. We're all
All the
always there.
best. Relax. You've come this far in the process, so you should feel proud of yourself. And we look forward to seeing you on Friday and Saturday.
Yeah. All the best, everyone.
Bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.
You are now listening to DL910.
अपनी हदायत ना करूँ मैं से सुने हैं मैं से बट हलाश हूँ मेरा है से अपनी हदायत ना करूँ मैं से सुने हैं मैं से बड़ा है गैप कल ये हैश हरा है कैश ऐसा मसाज you can imagine कितना है लैक्स कितनी है बैक करे हैं क्या पकड़े हैं रैप up in the map up in the map pick up पापा कॉलिंग हो गई चिट चिपू लौंडे रहे हैं चिपक गए मिनट से पहले निपट आई मीन हाँ सेटअप कमर सीधी करके गेटअप गेम है कातिल प्लेयर है किलर नियम इलर इन
फिकर करे माँ बाप जानते नहीं है बेटा किधर जीते जाते जिधर जूते देखे जनता जाती बिगड़ क्लिक लेट और केक जब कोई पूछे कहना क्लिक पिकअप दबे ट्रिगर भगे गिरर गने बिगर गने नाइट में पहनेगा घेट और गैट है गैप ये बड़ा